Keenan Mickley, LJ Hooker Home Loans, school buddy from Cromer High School. How you going?
Good, thank you, mate. How are you?
Good. We're here to talk about, we were just talking about buying in superannuation, sitting in the office. And I said, you know what, we've got to talk about this live because there's people out there at the moment that may not qualify to buy a property in their natural name, but they may qualify to buy a property in their superannuation. And you're the guy out there that's doing those loans and doing those deals. And you actually started talking about a real life client with a real life deal that was happening at the moment. What's happening out there with super?
Yeah, so at the moment with the rates the way they are and increasing, it's putting a lot of strain on the serviceability of buying property in your own name and even refinancing in your own name.
Right.
So what a lot of people have come to do is they've got a large superannuation and they still want to get in the property game.
Yep.
So what they're doing now is they're tapping into their superannuation and turning that into deposit and costs to buy a new investment property.
Yeah, wow. So this is like, and we're not, I guess we're not giving the advice on this, but
Correct.
we're looking at the scenarios of what people have done or are doing out there. And you may look at yourself and think, you know what, that's me. I can do that. So the type of money that people are throwing around. So I think we were talking just now about it was a 700. This particular client was a
710,000.
Yeah, purchase of the property.
It was in Queensland.
Yep.
And all they needed was a contribution to their fund, consistent contribution to their fund of around. These guys worked out to be around $18,000 combined a year.
Yep.
And then they had to have $235,000 in their fund to pay for 20% deposit.
Yep.
Cost associated with it, which is stamp duties and legals, etc.
Yep.
And the lenders require a 5% liquidity left in the fund just as a buffer, I guess, in case
something goes wrong. But a lot of people would have, between a husband and wife, they can join it.
Yep, correct.
So between a husband and wife that are probably 45 years of age, they've probably over the last 20 years amassed $100,000
easy
for the hubby and $100,000 for the wife, and then they make their self-managed super and they buy something with that.
That's right. So they to set up a self-managed fund is quite easy. You speak to your accountant. You'll need a bear trust. The property itself is bought not in your personal name; it's in a bear trust name.
Yeah.
Very easy to set up. And as you said, I mean, there's $3 trillion in the superannuation market at the moment. So
huge.
And that's a huge amount. So a lot of
people are taking that away from that stock market and putting it into the property market.
Absolutely.
In their own sort of entity, in an entity that they start.
That's right.
That's that bear trust.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
right. So guys and girls, that's a really, really good tip. You may even, the parties don't have to be related. So for instance, I may take some of my money in my super and talk to my brother,
correct,
and my sister-in-law,
absolutely,
and my parents.
Yep.
And we may all actually go and grab something.
Yes,
100%. That happens as well.
That's done all the time as well.
Guys,
some people only have 50,000, some might have 150,000, and you can combine it all together.
Yep.
And it gives you enough.
Yeah, wow. And look, the major thing I just wanted to today was the awareness, because I think that until people hear from someone like yourself, they go, hey, this can be actually done, and then it's like, far out, I can do this.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a lot of governance around it. So
there is, there is. I mean, you have to have once your mortgage documents come through, which everyone knows, when you buy a property, you have to have mortgage documents to sign the loan agreement.
Yeah, you
will need to get financial advice and legal advice, independent. So the governance, as you just mentioned, around it is quite strict, and they want to protect you to make sure you're doing the right thing.
Okay, so that's pretty good. Interest rates have gone up. It's harder to lend money. That's your business. Mm-hmm. LJ Hooker Home Loans, Northern Beaches, that's what you're doing.
Correct.
But then when people are actually at that threshold of I actually can't do anything anymore, sometimes we can, as an agent or as a finance guy, you can give them a bit of a poke and say, go and talk to your
Yeah.
financial advisor, an accountant, and maybe super is the avenue that you can do something.
Absolutely.
And also, you know what I've noticed? Storage units.
Yep.
They rent really well.
Yep.
They resale is very, very good.
Absolutely.
And I've noticed people have got, a storage unit, for instance, is $150,000, and then people are going, hang on a sec, I've actually got that in my super. I don't even need a loan.
That's right.
I can actually just buy that in its entirety, and then that rent's always coming in the rest of its life.
Exactly.
It's a nice little thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you can always look outside the square as far as superannuation goes.
Yeah.
If you're putting it into an investment that's going to grow for you,
yeah,
no, it's worth looking at.
And it's probably a bit it's still homegrown.
Yeah.
Like it's not, because I'm personally, I don't understand the stock market, and I don't understand overseas stock, domestic stocks and stuff like that, but I understand property. So when it comes to the government saying you must have super, I like that control that you can say, okay, great. Well, I don't have to have it in something I don't understand. I can have it in something I understand, which is property.
Exactly. And we all know property goes like that
over
time.
Cromer High School, before we go, do you want to talk about Cromer High School?
Not really.
Yeah.
No, it was good. It was a really good, it was a good school to go to, and Mark was a good student, apparently, most of the time.
Favorite teacher?
Favorite teacher? Jeez, Mr. Gallagher. He was a good teacher.
Mr. Armstrong
was a good teacher too.
We should do
a PE teacher.
We should do a little sesh one day just on Cromer High School.
We should.
That'd be fun. Yeah. But guys and girls, hope you enjoyed today. That's about superannuation. If you do have that avenue available to you to purchase in, rely on getting your own advice on that. But we just wanted to give you a bit of a poke to say, okay, this is an avenue that I may want to go down and have a look. So, mate, thanks for your time.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks,
cheers.
Bye.
Bye.